Boys.
Hello.
Boys? Boys.
Oh no, I have the bracket showing. Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
my
no.
goodness. The spoils.
It was big spoils. That was not the intention. Are you ready for the Super Bowl?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I wasn't, but now I am.
Okay.
Since you've asked.
Welcome to the season 0, last episode of DISSENSIONcast for this year. Season 1 officially will start with the 2022 football season. Yeah. Bryce has a camera, the Drizzle there.
That's me. That's right here.
Yeah.
Right?
You can now see him. He looks exactly like his picture was.
Yes,
So
exactly.
Spitting
Exactly.
image.
yeah, if he
I'm
took his shirt
actually-
off, it'd be
Yep.
exactly the same.
We get hit
That's
with
a lot-
TOS, though, so we got
That's a lot of subs. A lot of subs down the line. All right?
Yeah, if you want to see that, sub right now.
Thousands and thousands of subs, by the
Sub to our Patreon. Coming.
Yeah.
way.
Coming soon.
down in the link below.
All right. Onlyfans.com/thedrizzle. Go there. That's the page.
We're on Funhouse now.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It's okay. It's all right.
Bryce would.
All right. Well, let's talk
Listen.
some football. Let's go through these brackets. Let's see how we did. And then we'll look at
I think one of us did really well.
do you think one of us did really well?
Can we just
I
say
think so.
like what happened? We didn't think was gonna happen.
No. I mean, let's
I don't think it should have happened, to be honest, for some of these teams.
let's take a look at my bracket here first. And boy, was it terrible. I really don't know what happened here. I can't believe that I didn't pick better, to be honest. I got 5 of the first 6 games right. What up, Rad? Yeah, you can see him now. I got 5 of the first 6, so got the Bengals, got the Bills, got the Chiefs, got the Bucks and the Niners, and that is where my playoff bracket ended.
Yeah, it was. Look at that. It's pretty bad.
I mean, if you think about it, like you should have. The Bills probably had a chance, right? Like if the overtime rules weren't what they were, like it's possible that could have continued to be a shootout into overtime.
Sure.
But unfortunately, it went,
also-
the way of the Chiefs.
I also think if they got the ball, they would have won the game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So-
agree.
But I think we'll get into that game a little bit later. But that was insane. That was epic. Like, might have been the best quarterback duel we've ever seen. Like the last 2 minutes of the game.
I know it's
That
got
was insane.
some recency bias, but that might be the best football game outside of Giants Super Bowl wins for me, like that I've ever seen. For
Honestly, I kind of agree.
non-homer reasons, obviously, like that.
That's probably the best game I've ever seen for sure.
Yeah, I mean, this might
It was
be.
almost a perfect game in terms of like there were no flags called, right? Like it was just like
There's very few penalties. It was a lot of back and forth. It was excellent. I would say probably hands down this is the best playoff season, whatever you want to call it, of at least my memory. I don't remember games being this good. Like all of them, they've all been phenomenal.
Right. There was no blowouts. Well, I mean, I guess, but the Bills blew out the Patriots, right?
Yeah, that was the only one.
But
But yeah,
we
so that
kinda
was
saw that coming.
my first day, my first weekend, really good. And then yeah, I had the Bucks losing just to the wrong team because I picked the Cardinals to win. And then the 49ers did 49er things. Jimmy G went into Green Bay in the snow and got a win. So that ruined
Without throwing a touchdown.
Without throwing a
still
touchdown.
did nothing
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
And that ruined my Super Bowl pick. And then obviously the Bills losing to the Chiefs, which could have been a massive swing for me because you guys had the Chiefs both going to the Super Bowl.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And that didn't happen. And then, I kept on brand and I was a Bengals hater. And I had the Titans winning, and clearly that was the motivation that Burrow needed to now take them to the Super Bowl. It was all me. So you're
Yeah, but
welcome,
I think it was
Cincinnati
you were a big
fans.
Bengals hater the whole time.
Yep. They
Yeah,
heard me.
So much faith in the Titans to beat the Bengals.
They heard me, and
I can't believe I messed up.
well,
You guys will see that in a second.
Yeah, that's. I don't really have much else to say about my bracket. I'm very disappointed in how that went. But let's look at Drizzles here. So here's Drizzles with his lovely handwritten.
Oh boy, like that is perfect.
Picks.
That is so good, and I know you all love it.
So his first weekend here, I'll let you kind of walk through it. But
so I messed up here. I messed up. I was on the Bengals bandwagon, other than when they faced the Bears this season, and for whatever reason, I thought Vegas was going to be that like Cinderella,
and that threw me off so hard when we first talked about our brackets. I was like, why? Why are you not picking the? Why do you think Vegas is going to beat the Bengals? Like, I was so confused.
Yeah.
I was like, damn.
Yeah, I mean it was a close game, but yeah, I should have rode with the Bengals, and ultimately, if I did, I would have had them going all the way, and I would have been winning this whole thing.
But you're not, because there's a lot of X's.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I had Buffalo and Kansas City. I had the Rams, Tampa Bay. My Vegas and Dallas picks were pretty bad. I don't think I'll ever pick them again in the playoffs. So, but yeah, just look, with all the red there, though, I'm way closer to winning this than I should have been. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I mean, we both had a decent sized lead. Like all we had to do was do decent, and we pissed
down our legs.
We both shit the bed. Like
going into the bracket, like I was like, I just got to do something crazy because I'm so far behind, and I was like, half these games don't even make sense. And going into my bracket, you'll see it really worked out for me.
I am curious, Bryce, what you were thinking with the Cowboys pick. I think honestly, like maybe it's just because I'm a Giants fan, but like having them in the Super Bowl just makes no sense to me.
No, not at all.
It was a lot of like maybe. I think when they're for a couple games, I think at the in the beginning of the season, their offense was pretty good and like explosive. I guess I had that hope that they were going to do that in the playoffs.
Yeah, they did drop a 50 burger on Philly like 2 weeks before the playoffs started. So like I kind of get it. It's Dallas. They can't win big games.
I was gonna say, but then like the week before that, they played terribly against an already really bad Cardinals. Like
that is true. Oh, that was the Cliff Kingsbury game where we argued about the Cardinals can't win in November.
I don't know. I think
never again.
I just got overzealous with the Raiders and Dallas pick.
Yeah, I mean, I
came back to bite me.
I do commend you for taking some risks. Like my picks of Buffalo and the Packers are pretty chalky, right? Like Buffalo was a favorite, the Packers were a favorite, but like you taking Vegas through, to the divisional game and then Dallas all the way to the Super Bowl, like outside, unless your name was.
You want to know what I was thinking before I picked them too? I was thinking of so I was going to take the Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to take the Bengals to the AFC Championship game. But I was going to take New England to beat the Bills, even though I knew whoever was going to win the next game, or Kansas City was going to win the next game, whoever they played.
Right.
And then I was going to have San Fran in the NFC Championship game. I should have went that route because obviously it would have worked, but I was like, no, let's try and be way too smart. I pulled an Aggie. Let's just say that. I pulled an Aggie.
Tried to be the smartest guy in the room.
I outsmarted myself by being dumb.
Yep.
So.
All right. Well, let's look at this bracket here for Mr. Piccadilly. This got a lot of green on it.
Look at that green.
This got a
Look
lot
at all
of
the
green.
fucking green, dude. 10-0 going into the NFC AFC games. Oh my god. I was losing my mind.
Talk
And there
us
was a
through it.
real chance. There was a real chance that my prediction almost came true, right? Like if Jimmy doesn't fucking blow it at the end of the Niners game and they keep that 17-7 lead,
And they don't drop a sure pick.
oh my god! If they don't drop that interception, which was driving, I was screaming, dude. I was like the easiest fucking catch of your life, and the stage you need to not drop the ball on, and now it's gonna haunt you forever.
You know what that kind of reminded me of, and maybe not to the extent, but you remember the Stephon Diggs play in Minnesota against the Saints?
Yeah.
When that dude, what is that dude like? I don't know what he thought he was doing. Like, was he throwing the game? Because like he tried to tackle nothing.
Yeah.
And so that's what it reminded me of. Like, it's just in your hands. But oh man.
Like that game made me so angry towards the end because it was like nothing was being called for the Rams. I think Stafford had to delay a game at least 3 plays in a row that were not called. There were like 2 passing interference penalties that just were super blatant and also didn't get called. I was losing my mind towards the end of that game, and then the dropped interception just killed it for me. I was like, that's
you
it.
You bring up a good point though about those delay game penalties. For whatever reason, in the playoffs, like delay games are like non-existent. Like the clock says 0, and they're just it's cool. It's
They're
cool.
like, just hike you whenever you want.
Yeah,
it's
so
like a suggestion, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I don't think we were really expecting the Chiefs to also just fucking shit the bed in the second half of their game either. Because it was basically mirrored to what happened with the Niners and Rams. I think Mahomes, I saw it was like he had a passer rating of like 109 in the first half and then a passer rating of 20 in the second half. Like,
that's like been the Bengals
nuts.
all year though, right? Come out kind of flat in the first half, make big adjustments, and then just be really good in the second half.
Yeah.
I can't believe the Bengals are in the Super Bowl.
I can't either. And
But
I'm hyped.
Next year, if they do win, there's going to be a Joey B.
But yeah, you were 10-0 and had a really good shot at. I mean, after that Chiefs game, like I was like, oh my, you're just gonna have a perfect bracket here.
I think if he would have went perfect, I would have messaged Rain and been like, we got to do something like a little more special than sushi for him.
Yeah.
But
bring me a fucking gold bar.
Luckily.
Yeah, and then you lost both of your games there and ended with 14 points.
So close.
But
so close.
With that said, those 14 whole points, this is the results. So weeks 9 through 18, I put our winning percentages without the locks there. So I had 64%, Derek had 59%, and Drizzle had 61%. So all well above 50%. Really good if you were betting money lines along with us. You wanted a 64 or 60+% clip, which is pretty good. And then underneath, so for anybody who may be new or whatnot, we just added those bracket wins up, like kind of like a March Madness bracket, to our win totals from the regular season, with our locks of the week and without. So the final tally, after his 14-point effort, put Piccadilly ahead by 1 point to win our sushi bet. So now
down by 5.
Bryce and I
by 1.
have to buy him sushi, and he also gets the greatest graphic ever created.
Yes,
this star 2021 Pick'em champion.
That's incredible.
And he gets to keep that all year. We're gonna keep it for all the gaming podcasts we do. He is the 2021 Pick'em champion. Where's your crown?
Collecting. Oh, my crown.
I
do.
You have to put your crown on.
I don't know if it's on camera.
There it is.
My little crown.
Look
It's not
at
gonna
that.
stay.
Hopefully it doesn't fling and break your monitor like it almost did before.
Yeah.
Oh, that'll be perfect. It'll be perfect.
Where's the Sacco? Yeah, I mean, the Sacco is not here. What's up, Pig?
Man.
Who's their beard games? Both of them have good beards. I can't grow anything on my face. It's just smooth. I can grow
to collect more of those stars like Infinity Stones.
Well, so for next year, we're going to start with week 1 next year.
Yep.
Make some changes to the format, but do a very similar, weekly show, weekly look back at the week prior, see who's in the lead, and do a similar thing for the playoffs and Super Bowl.
Hell yeah.
Okay, well, let's talk about the Super Bowl. We've got Bengals, Rams in LA. Not that I don't know if that matters, besides Matt Stafford and Cooper Kupp get to sleep in their own beds, and Joey B's gets to sleep in a hotel. So
hold on, just those two?
Yeah,
Just
I don't know about the other.
Just those two.
I just know about those two specifically.
Gotcha. That sucks.
Yeah. The other guys, I don't know what they do with the other guys. They're not important enough to have their own beds, I guess. Not really a huge home field advantage, I don't think, for the Rams though, because it is LA, and I don't think that they have a huge enough fan base, and being the town that it is, I think you'll see more celebrities and probably Bengals fans traveling. So I think if at best it'll be 50-50 for the Rams. I think you're going to see a lot of orange in those stands. It's going to be real loud for Stafford. So I don't know how much home field plays into it. Cincinnati by 10. Oh, okay. Bet it now. Rad in the chat. Cincy by 10. Since he's getting, depending on what books you look at right now, between 4 and 4.5. Money line wise, when I was looking earlier, the Rams are minus 190 for the money line, and the Bengals are plus 160, 170. So not huge value on the money lines. And then the over under is 48.5. So what are your guys' thoughts about the game in general?
Well,
Cincy by 10?
Yeah, Cincy by 10. Thanks to Rad's expert level input. I feel like this game is not going to be what we expect it to be, and it's going to be one of added to the list of worst Super Bowls.
Wow, okay.
Both these teams have looked really good, right? All the games of this entire playoff series has been incredible. And this one's just the season finale is gonna fall flat. The writing's gonna be poor. The acting probably not gonna be too great,
The script bad. It is in LA.
No,
yes, there's a Bryce cam.
We got Bryce's beautiful face on cam now.
I see the name change as well.
Ooh, he did change his name. I feel like I want Cooper Kupp to have nothing but good things happen to him in life, because he won me my first fantasy football championship. At the same time, I can never forgive him for what they did to the Niners. So it's a really big, just moral conundrum that I'm stuck in. And so I'm going, honestly, I think Cincinnati is going to win it. I think Joey B is going to come out here and be the best rookie quarterback of all time. And I'm all for it. I'm excited to see.
Did you say rookie quarterback?
Second year.
Isn't this only his second year? But
yeah.
He was injured last year, so.
But sophomore. But
rookie and a half.
He tore his ACL
halfway.
And he was out for the entire. Well, I thought it was the entire season.
He played 8 games. Yeah. Either way,
he's still a rookie.
I understood the points. The point you were making.
I am gonna disagree, and I think it's gonna be a shootout. No defense played, just 42-38.
That's a lot of points.
That's a lot of points.
It's a lot of points.
It's not gonna be like that Rams Patriots Super Bowl, which was terrible.
Yeah.
Where, there was no touchdowns scored.
Or last year.
Yeah.
Well, last year at least Tampa scored, but it was terrible.
Yeah. I'll bet the over. I'll just say that.
Taking the over, okay.
And I'm taking my Joey B's.
On the money line?
Respect on the name, yep.
All right. So we have 2 money line picks. We have an over and an under in the worst game of all time.
Rad, I'm doing it.
take the
yeah,
over
do
at
it.
75. God, that's a lot of points. So I am not as high on the Bengals, obviously, as that's my brand, right? I'm a Bengals hater.
I love that statement, by the way. And then they're in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
It's
right.
hilarious. It's great. It's great. It's great.
If my life depended on it, I would be picking the Rams. And I think that the Bengals, if the Titans can sack Joey B 9 times, what is Aaron Donald going to do to that offensive line? He is going to absolutely wreak havoc. And I don't know. I'm taking the under. I don't think there's going to be a ton of points in this game. I think both teams probably come out kind of flat in the first half, at least in the first quarter. And I think it's going to be more of a defensive battle. Hendrickson healthy for the Bengals. He should be able to put some pressure on Stafford as well. Stafford, obviously, mistake prone. And then Jalen Ramsey locking up Jamar Chase, most likely. I think this is going to be, more to Derek's point, not a shitty Super Bowl, but definitely a lower scoring Super Bowl than I think people are expecting. I am 100% though taking Bengals plus 4.5. Because I could definitely see them winning in a non-fluky way and just outplaying the Rams. But if you're going to give me 4.5, I'm going to take the 4.5.
I mean, they got the Titans sacked them 9 times and they still won. So
Yeah, I was gonna say he got sacked 9 times. They still won.
Yeah, well, that's not how that usually goes.
No, but it's Joey B.
It's because the Titans couldn't score.
It's Joey B.
My one worry about an explosion of points is that fucking Eli Apple is probably going to be guarding Cooper Kupp. Cooper Kupp might just have 12 catches for 200 yards. Eli Apple couldn't stop a plastic bag flying through the air at this point. So
true, but then he stopped Tyreek Hill and won them the game.
I don't know if he stopped Tyreek Hill. They played zone and cover 2 on Tyreek Hill.
If they score that touchdown before the half, they probably win that game.
If they don't miss a field goal, they win that game too.
That's true. Yeah, if they don't miss the field goal.
Right. I'm just saying he's a little better than you think.
Isn't that also then a case, an argument saying that the Bengals should have lost? If they, okay,
for sure.
All right. Yeah. Eli Apple sucks.
But they didn't. But
that's
is that because he's an ex-Giant?
He is an ex-Giant and he's an ex-Saint. He is not a good player.
Man, I'd love to be not a good player and be making millions of dollars.
Well, okay, let's walk this back. He is a phenomenal athlete and much better than me at anything I do. Compared to his peers, he is not a good player.
No.
And Cooper Kupp is gonna.
What if he ends up being the MVP of the Super Bowl? He has 3 picks to the house.
You said that so fast. He won't.
He won't.
Do
you want to double up the sushi bet for the Cordero Patterson bet that you guys lost to me?
No.
If there was a prop bet to bet Eli Apple will not be the MVP, I would put as much money as it would humanly allow me to put on that bet.
I wonder if you could do that. If just pick any player on the team
to not be MVP. He's not good now that he doesn't play for the Giants, Rad. He sucks. Cooper Kupp's going to eat his lunch, turn him upside down, and shake out his lunch money out of his pockets. No one can stop Cooper Kupp. No one has stopped Cooper Kupp all year. Nope. The dude is otherworldly.
He's too good.
Chase is not going to do the same to Ramsey.
I
hope you're right though, because I did put, before the playoffs started, I put $10 on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl at plus 1,200. So
what is that? What's that payout?
$120.
Oh, duh, you said okay.
So
nice.
So I'm taking the points. I'm taking the under. I can definitely see them winning, but like I said, all things considered, I think the Rams are a slightly better team. I don't think Stafford. This is probably Stafford's only chance, right? I don't think they're going to repeat. He's getting older.
I think it's the Rams' only chance. So
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
they can't re-sign all these guys that they gave all these picks away for. So it's Super Bowl or bust for them, and I think Stafford probably gets it done. King Cup, that's right.
I think the Bengals are gonna make him teary-eyed.
Like, I mean, I could definitely see it happening. Jamar Chase can get loose, and then if they do manage to shut down Chase, like T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd are weapons, and I think
it's
CJ Uzama is going to play, but
I mean, it's weird too if you think about it, because you don't really see like it happen in actual sports all that often, where like these teams spend huge dollars to make like super teams, like whereas like you would see it all the time in CS:GO. Like you would be like, these orgs would buy out like the 5 best players and then try to put them on a team, and then it would just completely bust. So it'll be interesting to see if that is similar in like the world of like physical sports.
You see it in
hilarious. I thought he was gonna be like basketball. He goes CS:GO.
Yeah.
That's what I know.
Football. And then CS:GO. It's just like
you see
bashing each other's heads in, and then
you see it
shooting
in baseball. You see it in baseball, just because there's no hard salary cap. There's just the luxury tax. And like football has a hard cap though, so like they had to get really creative to get all these contracts under one roof.
CS does not have a salary cap.
Yeah, no, Red, no salary. You could pay as much as you wanted to.
The Rams the Rams did something that nobody really ever does. Usually you get like 1 or 2, maybe 3, but they have like superstars everywhere. Von Miller, Aaron Donald, Jalen Ramsey, and then Matthew Stafford's, a perennial Pro Bowler. Then you have Cooper Kupp, OBJ. I mean, that's insane.
Yeah, I think too, like with the Von Miller thing, like his career was pretty much done in Denver, and then they brought him in, and they're not making him play every down. So like clearly they know that he can't be an every down pass rusher, right? So you bring him in and he stays fresh and he only rushes the passer on obvious passing downs. And he has been extremely successful in LA since they traded for him. And then you look at, they signed Leonard Floyd, who was a high draft pick of the Bears. Didn't really pan out there. And he's having a great season, probably because, the offensive line has to account for Aaron Donald. And he's able.
Ever since they signed him, his problem in Chicago was like, he can't sack the quarterback.
Yeah,
he's had like 8+ the last couple of years. He's been there.
I think it's just the complementary pieces on LA are better than what the Bears had to go alongside him, and I think he's just thriving in that system.
He had a good Khalil Mack, but
yeah, and I think he flashed, at times with the Bears. But Aaron Donald is better than Khalil Mack at this point in their careers. Yeah. And I think, when you got to triple a guy, it makes it a little easier for the guys around him to get sacks, get to the quarterback, get pressures. Any other bets you guys like? I don't know if you've gone through any prop bets, Bryce.
I'll do that. I haven't. I'm going to do that probably like Saturday.
I saw that Cooper Kupp's yardage set at 102.5.
Sheesh.
I don't know if they can set it high enough, to be honest, for people to not take the over.
That's why I think it's going to be an over game. I don't think the defenses are going to stop anybody.
Yeah, I could definitely see like 24-21. I know you want 70 or 80.
I'm going like 22.
60. It's gonna be like 60
12.
plus.
All right, let's put these scores. Let's make score predictions, and then I'll bet them, and we'll see if anybody wins. All right, so I've got Rams 24, Cincy 21.
I got let's see,
because that still covers. So I'm all about that life.
Where'd you put your thing? You put Rams 24?
And Cincy 21.
Well, don't put it in Derek's thing.
I didn't.
Oh, well, it doesn't show up.
I just put it in a line. Just put it underneath.
Oh, you butt.
I'm gonna delete it anyway. I just need it for betting purposes. Rams 14. more. Cincy 19. You're going real low. I like it. 45-35.
45.
That's so many points.
Oh,
It's
we
80.
laugh now, but that's going to be the score.
80 points in a Super Bowl. That would go down as one of the best Super Bowls of all time if they score 80 points.
And you know how it's going to be 30. It's going to be 38-35. LA's driving. Guess what Matty Stafford does?
Interception.
Pick six.
Pick six.
Pick six.
Man. All right. Well, it's been a good year, boys. I think that's really all I've got for Super Bowl talk.
I actually had a couple questions.
Okay.
for
All right.
Next year, who do you think wins the Super Bowl next year?
Oh, wow. We're going to just project out next year.
Going just all the way that far.
I think probably...
Or who are they going to be a couple best teams? Just, 1, 2, maybe 3.
I think your odds-on favorite next year is still going to be the Chiefs.
Yeah.
If Vegas will probably have them as whatever, plus 300, plus 400.
It's hard to say now because of all the coaching changes. Like, so many teams have fired and hired new coaches, or it's, I don't know, like fucking Bears are winning the Super Bowl. They got a new whole new structure.
Well, that's the thing. One of the teams with that hired someone new, one of them is going to be good, and that's usually what happens because someone doesn't know the offensive scheme or defensive scheme.
Here, I'll give you
Jags.
I'll give you this. So I think your usual suspects will be your favorite. Your Chiefs, Bills. Yeah, obviously Cincy, especially if Cincy wins, they'll be talked about as, a top team. The Rams will still be up there. The Packers, depending on what happens with Rodgers, will still be up there. But what I think is a more interesting conversation, I don't know if this is on your questions list, because every year it happens, what team that finished last finishes first in their division next year? And Derek said it. I think of all the divisions and all the coaching changes, I think the Jags have the easiest path from worst to first. I don't think that AFC South is very good. I think Doug Peterson's a good coach, and he kind of got ran out of town in Philly. And Trevor Lawrence was a victim of the Urban Meyer tyranny that was going on there. They just need to get some weapons on the outside. Travis Etienne will be healthy, so they'll have their number one running back pick back.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. I see the Seahawks being better, depending on what Russell does if he stays.
Yep.
Also, like sophomore jump for Justin Fields. New coaching, whoever they surround him with.
So
it really.
If Rodgers leaves, and if Minnesota doesn't re-sign Cousins, does that make the Lions the best team on paper in that division?
No.
I mean, DeAndre Swift comes back. Jared Goff in year 2. They were competitive in every game. Amon-Ra St. Brown is like a budding, decent receiver. They draft.
You're missing the bigger picture here.
That it's the Lions.
Correct.
Yeah. I get it, but
like the Bears are bad, the Giants are bad.
Yeah.
But then there's the Lions.
Right. But do they turn into, does the NFC North turn into the NFC East, and then it's just like every team is under 500 and the Lions are just the best of the shit?
I mean, maybe, yeah.
I can see it.
Yeah, I think the Chiefs and Bills are going to be good again. I do think the Bengals might regress next year. But the NFC, I think the NFC is wide open. If the Cardinals can figure something out, maybe they'll be back.
Did you see that? Did you see Kyler removed all mention of?
People were saying he's going back to baseball. I was like, what the fuck?
He's going back to
Uh,
college.
Yeah. Hey, but like because the NFC seems so wide open, that leaves chances for our beloved teams to maybe do
So
something.
what do you think the Bears finish next year? I mean, the schedules technically aren't out, but I think the opponents are out, so you can look up who you're going to play.
This we'll have an easier schedule. So maybe we're finish 9-8,
Yeah, let's
10-7.
Oh no, I don't want to show that. That's fine.
um, you know what I mean? And like the Giants are going to have an easy schedule too, right? So, but the 49ers will have a tougher schedule.
Yeah, we got Cardinals twice, Rams twice, Seattle twice.
You don't say. You play your division twice.
Just going through. But then we got Chiefs, Chargers, Dolphins, the Commies, Saints, Bucks, Bears,
Commies.
Raiders. I mean,
It's a terrible name.
Kind of a challenging. The name is the Commanders. Is awful.
What are people going to yell in the crowd? Let's go Commies.
I love people didn't like their uniforms, but I think they look sick.
They're okay. I like the matte helmet.
Yeah. All right, so we play. The first game is the Washington Commies.
The schedules aren't out yet though, right? It's just the opponents.
Well, yeah. But just look at this: Washington, Detroit. Okay, I won't say who we play in our division. Washington, Philly, Buffalo, Miami, Dallas, New England, New York, both New York teams, Atlanta, Houston, and the 49ers.
So I don't know if you guys know how the schedule creation works. So you play the other teams that finished in the same position as you. Obviously, you play your division twice, and then you play one full division of the NFC and one full division of the AFC.
Right.
So
playing the AFC South or whatever.
You're playing the AFC East and the NFC East.
Yeah.
And then, you get the Falcons because they finished last. You get the Texans because they finished last. And then I think now there's one bonus game. So you guys it looks like you guys get the 49ers in there.
Yeah, it looks like that'll be a home game for the Bears. So Bryce,
it looks like the Buffalo would probably be that game, right?
The bonus game?
No, we're playing. Okay, never mind. Yeah, the 49ers then, yeah.
I was going to say that I'm looking at the 49ers site, and they've got the Bears underway, so that'll be a home game for the Bears. We can go to that.
I mean, there's
nice.
Obviously every team.
We also play the Giants, so the Giants would be.
I was going to say,
go to that too.
Every team in the East should be a win for you. The NFC East. In the AFC East, that's going to be...
Even Dallas?
I mean, depending on how Fields progresses, sure.
Right. Okay. So that's 4.
Every team in the AFC East, you probably lose to except the Jets.
We could beat Miami.
Possibly.
So let's be generous and say 6.
Okay. So you've gone 4-0 against the NFC East, 2-2 against the AFC East. Okay. And now what do you think you do in your division?
Without Aaron Rodgers being in Green Bay, I think we sweep them.
Do you think he leaves?
I'm thinking he's leaving.
You think he's gone?
Sure. Yeah.
I think he's leaving.
And then sweep the Detroit.
Okay.
So what are we at? 8 now?
Yeah.
I think we split with Minnesota, so that's 9.
Let me pull this up. So
we play Atlanta. So I'll go 10. Go 10 there. And then we didn't count Houston. 11. I could
11 win team.
I could see 11.
I mean, that would be
this all depends too. Like if Justin Fields makes that jump, maybe he wins some of those games. Like Green Bay or whatever, the case may be, or even against San Francisco.
Yeah.
Like Trey Lance will be I mean, essentially in his rookie year, like we don't know how he'll play, and like Justin will have a
Yeah.
year up on him. So I know they have Debo. I mean, they have a good roster, but
I feel like it'll
it could be a
probably be
toss
like
up.
a more even, like
Yeah,
really depends on how the Cardinals come out swinging and
yeah.
if Russell's still with the Seahawks.
Right. And this
I
is
could see a splitting with the Seahawks.
yeah.
Um,
It
but
also
it
depends like
really go ahead.
depends on like the it depends on like what the GM and coach want to do. Like I don't know if they're gonna want to like kind of rebuild or what. So
Yeah. Let's
There's
see.
this weird rumor that got started that if Brady were to come out of retirement, it's to play with the Niners. Uh,
why? That's just crazy to me.
he was always a Niner. Like that was the whole thing. Is that like he grew up a Niner fan and he wanted to play for the Niners. Uh, to where he almost went to the Niners outside of Tampa Bay, but they like felt like he didn't fit the current scheme they had going. But now I guess like I don't know who started it. I don't know why it got started, but it's this whole thing where like if he were to come out of retirement, he's gonna go to the Niners.
It's
But
interesting.
I don't know if that means that they would just nix the plans that they have for Trey Lance. I mean, I guess like would you do that?
No, you
If
don't
Brady
give
were
up.
like, I want to come back for one more season to retire as a Niner, or
Yeah, I don't know where that rumor is coming from. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me.
See,
yeah,
I think honestly, I think there are so many teams that are just be like, if you can have Tom Brady for a year, they would. They would just get rid of everything they've done just to have him. You know.
Yeah.
So
I don't think that's happening though. Because what are you going to do with Lance then? Let him sit one more year? Because
yeah, it doesn't make sense.
you're
but
not gonna
see,
get back for him what you gave up to move
but
up.
hold on. I mean, prime example. I mean, Aaron Rodgers sitting.
Yeah, but guys don't sit anymore
I mean, I know, but I'm just
because
saying, like, it could happen.
it could. But like with these rookie deals, you only have like a 5-year window before you have to pay these guys if they're any good, and then it's so hard to build a team after that rookie deal is up. Let's like look at Seattle. They won when Russ was on his rookie deal. Rodgers was what 3 years in the league, 4 years in the league when they won.
That's why I think the Bears are gonna try and like
Yeah.
help Justin Field out sooner rather than later. Like,
When you look at the greatest sports dynasty we've basically ever seen in the Patriots, the reason they were able to stay so good is because Brady kept deferring these big contracts. He kept taking less so that they could put a better team around him, and no one does that besides him. So I just don't. I don't know. I don't know if he would go. If I don't know what the 49ers cap situation looks like either. If they would even be able to sign him. But
so we talked about our teams. What about your Giants? What do you think?
I mean, our schedule isn't terrible. We get the AFC South, the Jacksonville Jaguars division. As we've already talked about, they're going to win the division. And then we get the NFC North. So obviously, Bears, Lions, Vikings, Pack, and then it looks like we get the Ravens, the Panthers, and the Seahawks are our other games.
Okay.
I mean, I'm a eternally pessimistic Giants fan. So, I mean, split against Washington, split against Dallas, split against Philly. So you're 3-3. I mean, are the Jags actually going to be good? Maybe. Are they better than the Giants in their current form without me seeing anything? Probably. So 3-4. Depends on if Kirk Cousins is back. We'll say that he's not for now. So 4-4. I think the Bears are probably a better team. So 4-5. Definitely better than the Texans, 5-5. Not better than the Colts, 5-6. Not better than the Titans.
What about the Lions?
5-7. I skipped the Lions. Oh, we'll probably lose to the Lions, 5-8. Lose to the Ravens, 5-9. Beat the Panthers, 6-9. Lose to the Seahawks, 6-10. And I'm missing a game somewhere.
Titans, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, the Packers probably lose to the Packers no matter what. So you're 6-11. We're a 6-win team, and then we'll be drafting a quarterback next year.
All right.
Let's look at. I don't really have much to say, to be honest, about the Giants. I like the coaching hires, but they are devoid of talent still. I think Kadarius Toney is happy with the hires. You think the Giants only win 4? I mean, 6, 4, hopefully less, so they can draft a good quarterback. Yeah. So yeah, for Derek's 49ers, ever so close to another Super Bowl 49ers. Obviously, you get your division. Looks like you get the NFC South and the AFC West.
Oh,
Yeah. It's a tough one. It's a tough schedule.
So let's run it down. Washington.
I'm gonna go with a win on that one.
Cardinals in Arizona.
First one, that's a win for Cardinals. So we're 1-1.
1-1. Falcons in Atlanta.
2-1. 2-1.
Panthers in North Carolina.
3-1.
Denver in Colorado.
If Denver somehow gets Aaron Rodgers, then we are 3-2. If not, then we're 4-1.
Okay. Raiders in Vegas.
I'd go 5-1.
Okay. All right. Rams in LA.
I think this is where the coin flips, and we are now going to go on a 6-game losing streak against the Rams.
Okay.
So we'll be 5-2.
All right. Cardinals in San Fran.
This one we take, so we're 6-2.
Okay. Rams in San Fran.
6-3.
Seattle in San Fran.
Over here. Oh, fixed it. Discord just exploded.
All right, we're back.
I don't know what happened. I was like,
That was like a weird server crash for Discord.
Yeah. All right. Where were we?
We're on the Seahawks, and we're what,
6-3?
3? Yeah. If Russ is gone, then we're winning both these Seahawks games, so we're 7-3 here.
7-3. All right. Saints in San Fran.
I don't
Vibe check. Yeah.
I mean, how do you guys feel about the Saints going into next season?
I have no idea. They have no coach. They have no quarterback.
I think this one's going to be win number 8.
Okay. 8-3.
And then 8-3, and then
Bucks at home.
I don't know how do we feel about the Bucks?
Another team, another team with no quarterback. Maybe Jameis goes back there.
I think we win there too.
Okay.
I think we're 9-3.
Okay. Chiefs.
We're gonna lose to the Chiefs.
Okay, 9-4.
9-4.
Chargers at
I think
home.
we might get shocked. I think we're gonna lose to the Chargers.
I do. I think you will too.
9-5.
I think we're gonna lose to the Chargers. 9-5.
Seattle in Seattle.
10-5.
Okay, Bears.
Lose to the Bears.
We're probably. I feel like. I mean, I don't know. That one's a tough one too. Like you guys got the new coaching staff, and I think that one could be close. I feel like the Bears are gonna have a good season, so I could see that being 9-6, and then
10-6
or 10-6.
And then the Dolphins in San Fran.
I think we go 10-7. I think we lose to the Dolphins too.
Lose to the Dolphins. 10-7. All right. So you're a double-digit win team. The Bears are an 11-win team somehow, and my Giants are between a 4 and 6 win team. So all is right in the world.
Look, sometimes all it takes is have a bad division, and then you just pile those wins up. You know. So.
I mean, we'll see. They usually split all those games.
Like we have like a
Bears got Ryan and Matt V2.
Culture. If you think about it, like I wish I saved the graphic so I could send it to you, but it was like the seasons that Garoppolo wasn't injured, he took us to as far as the NFC Championship, if not the Super Bowl. So it's like we have that like winning mindset. So it'll be interesting to see if we just tank completely with Trey Lance, or if he comes in and he's a pretty solid rookie for his first season.
Yeah.
And I don't I want to say that like we'll be good enough to make the playoffs, but I could see like maybe we just missed the playoffs this year, but then like the next year Trey comes in and he's like God mode or something.
Yeah, I mean, and it's tough to get out of or into the playoffs in a division that potentially sends 3, right? Because you need to be better than other teams outside of your division, which you don't have a ton of control over. So, and it's going to be a competitive division for at least the next couple of years until Stafford really starts to age. I mean, he's probably got another 3-4 years left in him, and we'll see what happens with Kyler. I did see that whole Kyler deleting the mention of the Cardinals from all of his socials, and somebody was saying that he shares an agent with Cliff Kingsbury, and this is a leverage play to get both of them like extended.
Oh my God.
That they're basically gonna say like, well, Kyler's gonna walk, and if Kyler walks, Cliff walks, and they're trying to basically like strong arm the Cardinals into paying
Maybe
both
just
of them
win
more.
and then you'll get some more money. Like, I don't know.
I mean, just
do
win,
that.
forehead. It's so easy. Well, gents, you got any more questions?
You guys want to see the doggo?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Dog on game.
Zero.
Oh,
And then he broke his camera.
he broke his camera.
He broke his camera.
Why did it? What?
And now Rain's in 2 boxes.
That's my face. He's back. There's the Z-Man. I saw his ears.
There he is.
Look at him.
Look at him. Look at him. He's so confused.
Look at that puppo.
He gets a treat.
What a good boy. Where's his squeaky toy?
should.
And that needs to go just directly into the mic at all times.
I'm sure we'll hear it eventually. But
Oh, there goes the camera again.
Oh, there goes the camera again.
I guess.
It's not a very mobile camera or microphone, it seems.
I guess.
But yeah, it's been fun, gents. That I'm very excited for next year.
Me too.
Very,
I'm
very
excited.
excited.
A full season. Let's see if we can beat our 60% throughout the year.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is like the most fun I've had. I think following football since I've been doing that. Like, didn't really do it too much in high school, but like college I kind of did. But just going through the motions with you guys, like actually watching all of the games. Usually I would just sit down and watch the Niners and that was it. But very, very much enjoyed watching every game and then talking shit about every game.
Oh, yep.
I've really enjoyed like being like us having like a little just like a Discord chat while we're watching it and everything.
Yeah. Yep. Too bad we can't stream that. I would love to put that on stream, but we
gotta get big and then we could.
We just gotta strike a deal like the Manning brothers just did.
Oh, watch these 3 idiots talk shit about your team. By the way, none of them have played football.
No, not at all.
I play golf.
We should go play some flag football and then be like, at least we've done that.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think that's going to do it for season 0 of DissensionCast. We'll be back with football episodes starting probably around draft time, maybe after the draft, and talk about what's happened with all of our teams. And
I think after the draft. Yeah.
How disappointed or happy we are with what our teams did. And then we're going to have some gaming podcasts coming around for all of you gamers out there. First one's going to be on the 17th, right?
Correct.
Next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
That is
Put it in your calendars. Make sure you're here. Have your questions ready and be ready to look at our Steam libraries and laugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we're going to be talking Witch Queen because that'll be the last TWAB before Witch Queen comes out. We're all big Destiny gamers, so we will be doing that. And then, doing some general gaming stuff. So that'll be kind of what's running through the cast for a while until football's back. So that's all I've got. Anybody else last words?
No, had a
sir.
good time. See
Good.
you all later.
All right.
Yeah, thanks everybody who's tuned in.
Yeah, thank you all for being here.
I hope you guys have enjoyed.
Cool. I'll be back in a sec, boys. Alrighty, everybody. Oh, thanks, Rad.
No.
I think that's gonna do it for me for tonight, streaming wise. I think a couple of the guys wanna do some DSC, try to get Eyes of Tomorrow.